What's up and welcome to Around with the Boys podcast. On this show, we talk about life, sports, business, and all the cool shit in between. I'm your host, James Rackley, and along with me as always is my co-host,
Johnny Dunleavy.
Mr. Johnny Dunleavy. So sit back, relax, cheers to the Irish, because we're going to talk some football.
Yes, welcome back to episode 64 of Around with the Boys podcast. Jimmy's next to me.
Yo.
We have Evan Allen live with us from Ireland.
Yep.
If you hop on the stream, our YouTube channel or twitch.tv/AWTB pod, you can watch live, chime in, ask them some questions if you want to.
Yep.
We got a whole line of questions for them. But yeah, as always, like and subscribe. Let's get into it, man. How are you doing?
Brilliant, man. Guys, how are you doing?
Oh, we're doing great. First off, we know you got a beer you're chugging right now.
Yep.
Cheers to that. We're all on the
Cheers.
same page. I'm catching up.
Man, thank you so much for coming on the pod, man.
Not a bother, guys.
I know
Not a
we've been
bother,
talking
guys.
about it for a while.
Yeah, we've been talking about how American football got over there to Ireland. So we're gonna learn a bit about how and why all that went down, and how our man Evan here got into it. But first off, we want to know a little bit about yourself. So where are you from in Ireland?
Guys, well, I'm from Dublin, Ireland. It's capital, obviously. It's the best county in Ireland.
Yeah.
When it comes to football as well. Yeah, that's basically where I'm from. As I said, I'm new enough to this kind of playing the game. I'm new enough. I started watching back in 2011.
Okay.
That's when
Why?
I started watching. Went out for the Super Bowl.
Really?
Didn't know
Okay.
much about it. I didn't know much about it, and I went out for the Super Bowl. It probably kind of explains why I'm a Packers fan too. So I went out for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
For the crack, watching the TV, having beers. Went out for the pure to drink, as you do.
Yeah, for sure.
Few drinks in, looked at the tally. It's like, yeah, green. Yeah, that's green. Yeah, they're like Ireland. I follow them.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
And that's
Perfect.
where it started from. There was a bet put on the table. I said the Packers are winning, and that's where it started.
Oh, so you put the money down, and then that's how it went. Okay, I like it. So what did you
So
did you grow up playing like soccer and all that stuff?
No, the funny thing over here is I didn't actually play soccer at all on the team basis. I played in the school, but I never played soccer at all.
Mm-hmm.
As they'd say football here, they wouldn't say soccer.
Yeah, I
But,
know.
Yeah, I was going to
But,
ask, is that like a difference? Like when you say, yeah, I got football practice, do people think that you're going to go play footy? Or
It all
go
depends
hit
your
people with
circle.
pads?
Yeah, no, it all depends your circle. My circle now, I just say when I'm say football, everybody knows what I'm talking when I say football.
Yeah.
football,
Yeah.
Pretty much, it's a lot broader now than it was when I first started. I still get it sometimes when I'm going to training and I'm in the gear and I'm going into the garage and I'm getting petrol or something. Like only there last weekend was going to the garage and now lad and he was like looking at me. He was going,
Wait, did you wear your shoulder pads
What-
to the gas station?
no, I was just in my pants and my girdle, like
Okay, I got you. I thought you were going full pads.
helmet and all. But no, I was just wearing them and the gold pants as well. We wear gold, so I wear was gold pants, and it was kind of like obviously they're really tight. And I'm sure some people will be looking at me, and I see them. They're, why is he wearing tights? What's he doing? That's what they're thinking. I know that's not what it is, but that's what they're thinking.
That's very true.
Yeah, it does be hilarious though. It does. But
So, did you play anything like football, like rugby or anything growing up?
well, played basically the sports I played growing up was I started off playing Gaelic GAA. That's a fun sport. It's a great sport.
Yeah, so
It's an Irish
you and
sport.
I were messaging the other day about it because my
Yeah,
brother's doing
yeah,
ancestry and the Gaelic football. I think that's like the first time I really heard because I didn't realize. I thought it was just rugby, and then no, it's not. It's like a mix of that American football and soccer.
It pretty much is. Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's great, man. It's great fun. And the great thing is we play it from kids up. So kids get to play. So we put it that way.
That's all. Hey, man, you got to learn young, man.
Those little kids
Yeah,
be
man,
like, they go full speed, sticking each other and everything.
Oh, full speed, full speed. That's no joke.
That's
That
the
is
only
no joke.
speed. It's full speed.
No man. It's great. It's a great little sport. Like, and then even as you see, a lot of people would have played hurling, the same as he. Then a few years later, I started playing hurling. That's another sport in its own, man.
Yeah. So explain what hurling is.
How do I explain hurling? Hurling, well, I think actually officially it's the fastest ball sport in the world.
Yeah, so it's got like field hockey over here is what a lot of people play, but it's got field
so
hockey
over
in
there. It's a hockey stick, slightly shorter, and a little kind of at the end of it will be slightly bigger, as such, similar to a hockey stick, but it wouldn't be it'd be a lot shorter. And basically, you can pick the ball up and hit the ball. You run with the ball as such. You can't actually physically hold the ball and run. You have to be basically balancing on the hurl.
Mm-hmm.
There's basically, I think there's 16 aside. I think I'm nearly sure it is. I can't remember.
16.
Yeah, 13 aside.
It's a big field.
Football.
I'm nearly sure. Hang on. No, I'm not too sure. No, maybe it's 13. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. I'm thinking of some other sport. I don't know what I'm thinking of. But basically that's what it is. And honestly, man, it's a mix. What we could describe. Lacrosse actually is a good example as well. Lacrosse is kind of with it.
Yeah.
For that sort of sport, lacrosse. So mix of
lacrosse. Wait. Y'all didn't have hurling helmets on.
No, they were. You guys aren't wearing pads.
No, but it's like, there's no pads.
Yeah. So all you lacrosse players out there, nah, you don't fuck with this right here. I promise you.
He sent us a video, and it was like, holy shit. I mean, they destroy each other. I mean, it's rugby with field hockey sticks.
I would honestly love to see that live. That would be awesome to see.
Oh, yeah.
And they've only recently brought in the helmets. So the helmets were never compulsory. Like, if you looked at some of them clips, the helmets were not compulsory. Only up to recently. Now, I'm not talking about like 50 years ago. I'm talking about I think in the 90s there was Well, man, it's a great sport, man. Honestly, I actually recommend anybody watch the All Ireland hurling final or the All Ireland ball final. And if you Google that, man, I'm telling you, man, you'll love it.
Dude, see, like when is that? What time of year is that?
They play through the summer, if that makes sense to you. So it'll be kind of like a summer league as such. Our summer, obviously, in the sense of, but not that we have a summer. They say it's a summer. End of August. So you kind of jump in. That's the way it varies like that.
Yeah.
But it's brilliant. But if you Google it, it'll tell you everything about it. There's actually a lot on the internet about it if you put the words in. But people don't know anything about it outside of Ireland as such.
Yeah. Like the only thing similar that like America had was basically hockey in like the early days when they didn't wear helmets.
Yeah.
That's like equally as sketchy to that.
Yeah, ice hockey with no helmets is pretty sketchy. But hey, do they broadcast those matches online?
Fun fact, as well on this one is, a lot of people don't know. You're looking at them players and thinking what they're going through. They're basically training professional, but they're not paid.
Dang.
Oh shit!
Not paid at all. Not a cent.
So what are the only?
They get great jobs and stuff, but like, do you know what I mean? It's not like they're looked after in that sense.
Yeah.
But they're training like as professionals, but not paid.
Wow. That's like a non-league side, huh?
So,
basically,
it's strange. Like their life dedicates to this without them being paid. But it's fun. That's how much fun it is. That's all I can say.
Well, man, so I know you got some American beer there. Is there anything over here in America that you follow, like music-wise, movies, or like?
Movies everywhere. Well, actually, in fairness, Korea are doing quite well with their movies lately. Korean movies are pretty cool. American movies, but obviously American football. And I don't know, fun years ago in school. I don't know what it was. Do you remember the OC that used to be played as a chick flick? Forgive me for this.
Yeah.
My wife was just watching that the other night.
The girls used to be talking about that, and then you'd end up watching it because you were trying to get in with the girls.
Yeah.
Hey, it wasn't bad. I actually liked it. I can't deny it. I liked
it. That's West Coast drama. Majority of what the shows are based on now. Yeah.
That's the first American thing that kind of would have been, and then apart from that, it's football, man.
Well, look, man, do me a favor, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but watch the first episode of Eastbound and Down.
Please.
Eastbound and Down.
It's
Remember
on
that
HBO if you have it.
HBO. It's Eastbound and Down. It's Danny McBride, and that was filmed partially. Well, it was filmed where we live, and like some of it was filmed at our high school that we went to. But I'm telling you, you're gonna laugh your ass off, dude. So do that for me, because we quoted a lot on this show.
Yeah. Once you see that, and it's based like Shelby County or Shelby, North Carolina, which is a real place.
Yeah, it is.
It's very. Yeah, you'll see.
That's an American show you'd enjoy. I'm telling you.
It's kind of where we come from.
Definitely. I'll definitely give that a watch, man.
Yeah. I'll give you a little glimpse into some Southern culture, Southern American culture.
All right. So, how did you start playing football in Ireland?
That's a strange one. Basically, I played rugby then after the sports you were saying I played.
Yeah.
And we're talking about I ended up kind of going into the rugby scene. And as I said, 5-a-side soccer in the Astros, that was it. Went to the rugby scene, played rugby. Basically, kind of gave it up in the sense of when I had a family, kids, and that, going through a divorce, but leaving that at that one. Say no more on that one.
Mhm.
But so during that, even just before that, I was like, after I had the kids, I said I need to kind of do something. So I said about go back playing rugby. That wasn't going to work out. They were like fucking 22-year-olds blasting the pitch 24/7. I was like, I know I need to stop for my 30 seconds. I need to relax.
Yeah.
So then one mate of mine was playing American football. That was in 2017. Was me halfway through our first season was 2017. I went down. I wear glasses. I refuse to put. I wear contacts now, but I used to refuse to put them in. So I went down, wanted to be a receiver, took my glasses off. Brown pigskin ball in the dark. No lights, no glasses. I want to be a receiver.
Yeah.
Man, that thing hit me in the face more times than a little. That just did not work. So there were like coaches at the time were like, "What are you doing?" It was a small enough team. Unfortunately, they got relegated that year. And they were like, "Where are we putting this?" I said, "I can't see the ball." So said, "Can you see him?" And I said, "Yeah." Just right where we go. They had no one at defensive end.
Yeah.
So they put me there and they were like, "Can you see him? Yeah. Can you see if he gets the ball?" Kinda. But hit him if he gets the ball. Or hit the other guy if he's trying to throw the ball. And that's how I started. That's basically a short story on how I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I can kind of relate to that. I played football in high school, and I played offensive line starting out, and then I got to varsity, and I hated having to know all the blocking schemes and all this. I was like, I just want to hit people. Like, I'm not going to go play in college. I'm just playing in high school. And so I told the coach one day, I said, "Hey, can I play defense? I just want to hit people. That's all I want to do." And I made the switch, and I ended up playing a lot more than I would have. But it was just, I just wanted to go out and hit people. If you have the ball, I got to get you. I've recorded 1 half sack in my career.
Well, man, it's the truth, though. It is the truth. When the first time I went around and I hit someone that had the ball, I was like, I had no longer wanted to do anything else but do that.
Yeah.
But just kill people.
When that once, I was just like, yeah, that was fun. That was way more fun than trying to catch the ball and be hit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
So how tall are you?
6'2".
6'2". Okay.
Well, I was
Big
small
fella.
enough.
So I did a little research on your team. So you play for the South Dublin Panthers.
That's it, yeah.
Which is cool.
Repping
we're in
the
Carolina.
guys.
Yeah.
Panthers,
See,
yep.
like we're Carolina Panthers, our state.
And I guess it started out as what were they? The Dublin Dragons in 2001.
Dublin Dragons, yeah, man. That was a long time before me. But it did start out as the Dublin Dragons, and then there was a split. Don't know the exact years, as I said. This will be my second season with them. Now it'll be my third year because there was no season the last year, you know what I mean, because of COVID.
Yeah.
But there was a split, and I think the way the split went to that. I could be corrected here now, but I'm nearly 100% sure that sense will be split went between. They turned into the Panthers and the West Dublin Rhinos.
Oh, so one team became two.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of such. Now that was a long time before my kind of time as such, but that's there's that tension there, if that makes sense.
So now it's a rivalry.
Yeah, but some players, it's a rivalry, but there's players that would have played with us are playing with them now again. Players that played with us in 2019 in the Shamrock Bowl, which was the final basically over here. They're playing now with the West Dublin Rhinos, but they're more kind of like retired style players. Not saying that they're pretty good players as such. There's a couple of nice guys there, but the saying as it is, they're guys that want a kind of more of a relaxing type than where we are at. So
you guys are like the Patriots, Belichick style.
no,
Serious.
no. Coach Mack is pretty good though. That's our coach.
That's your coach, Coach Mack. So how did your coach what's his connection to football? Like how did that happen?
Oh, man, I don't know too much about that story either. Keep that enough short enough as it is. But he played with the Bulldogs, so the Mead Bulldogs, and he played there as a receiver. And then he came down as when it was Panthers at the time he arrived.
Yeah,
and he became. I don't think he became a player. He became a coach straight away. I think. Now I could be wrong on that. And that's how he started.
How many teams are in the league?
There's 3 leagues actually, surprisingly enough.
Really?
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's 3 leagues. There's the Premier Division, there's the IFL 1 and IFL 2. First 2 have 8, and then the third one is 6.
Is it a promotion relegation type deal?
Yeah. That's the way it works every year. Sometimes,
That's
like when
awesome.
it'll be promotion relegation. And then when it comes to sometimes the problem with some of the 2 bottom leagues is you'll get every so often you get obviously some of the college teams players will disappear. Not even the college teams. I couldn't even say that as such. It'd be more some of the other teams with players that disappear in the smaller counties in Ireland, I'd say, and they'd have to be relegated then because they haven't got the number of players as such. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, so it's like basically forfeiting your position in the league.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's in the bottom. Oh, where are we going? That's in the bottom. That's in the bottom 2 divisions. But there's a lot of that would only be like it'd be the bottom division, some in the bottom division, and maybe 2 or 3 in the second division. It wouldn't be them all if you go in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of most teams here, there's a lot of teams here be like colleges like UCD, Trinity. I'm sure guys, if you don't know if you know them colleges in Ireland, but there's UCD, Trinity. Then there's Limerick College.
Yeah.
And then there's funny thing is there's the Cork Admirals, their Cork University college, but I don't think there are any links to that now. I don't know whether that's a funny kind of setup. I'm not too sure. They were playing out there, but I don't think it's there.
Is it a college sport over there?
No, not so much in Ireland because it's not enough.
Yeah.
If you go as far as England, there is a uni league, they call it over there in England.
Really?
They have a college league. Just uni players.
Interesting. So what league are the South Dublin Panthers in?
We're in the Premier now. Lucky enough, as I said, last year we were in the final.
That's right, yeah.
As I said, the Shamrock Bowl lost to the Trojans, Belfast Trojans. They're pretty dominant team there in 2019 in that season. Pretty good team now, well-run organisation. A bit like ourselves, we'd be the 2 top teams in Ireland as such.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So how big is how big was the crowd? Like, is it? I mean, do y'all have good turnout?
It'd be a decent enough turnout for what we'd have on a normal game day as such. That makes sense. Crowd wouldn't be that big as such. Now, in fairness, the Trojans have a decent following. We did have a decent following as well. Still would if we got to that stage. But in fairness, the crowd, I actually, that's an interesting fact. I must actually get back to you on that one. I can't remember what the crowd was. It was held in Energia Stadium, I think. Donnybrook Stadium, it used to be called. I think they call it Energia Stadium. I think it hold about just one stand now, so in the whole maybe 1,000, I'd say.
Okay.
It's not that many, do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be that big.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly how big it's getting over the years. If you were to talk about American football to anybody here in Ireland, I'd say 5 years ago, they'd be going, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And now it's just like, I don't know. Have you heard of the EFL now? Have you? No?
The EFL?
Yeah.
The European Football League?
Yeah, it's called the European Football League.
Yeah.
They're putting themselves off as part of such kind of they're not actually part, but they'd love to be part of the NFL. It's the same kind of package deal, the way they're doing these games and stuff.
Yeah.
And they've got teams from they've got the best teams across Europe and picked them up and threw them into this league.
Hmm.
But it's not necessary. There's a lot of money involved as well. So if there's no money,
Yeah.
there's some teams that are actually genuinely good enough, but there's money
Yeah.
to fund them there isn't there. So that's.
Well, and I
But,
saw yesterday Tottenham, right? So I'm a Tottenham supporter, and they are actually thinking of putting a bid in for the 2026 Super Bowl to host it at the new stadium in London, which is.
Couldn't take the Super Bowl out of the States, though. That wouldn't be
That's
right.
what I'm saying. There's no chance the NFL lets that happen.
Not a chance. And I
But I'll
wouldn't
be
agree
honest,
with that either.
They've already
That's like
priced...
taking the All-Ireland final out of Ireland. Like, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
I think maybe having because there's 2 weeks between the NFC and AFC Championship and the Super Bowl. Maybe having the championship games over there would be cool, but there's no chance the Super Bowl comes out of here.
That's true. That would be cool for the simple reason being for publicity. Like, the amount that would generate would be brilliant for that sport in general from Europe.
And they're actually going to play a game next year in Germany.
That would only grow. And all these games that are coming over here, it's only grown the fan base and grown the mini leagues, all the mini leagues across Europe.
Yeah,
there's professional leagues in Europe.
Yeah.
There's the Austrian league, this is the GFL 1. That's the German league. There's Finland as a professional league. There's actually 2 guys to play on the Irish Wolfhounds that actually, there's definitely one that plays there. Was there 2? I think there was 2 that played there, but it was definitely one of the guys there. One of the running backs plays over there. He still plays as professional. So like there is actually professional leagues, but it's not to the version of what's basically the way it works from what we can gather. Don't know if you see it from your side. You have college. You try and make it to the NFL. That's obviously what you're trying to do. You don't make it there, then you're going to try for the Canadian League. Canadian League, you don't make it, you probably go to the Mexican League, which some of them do, which is decent enough. I'm not too sure you guys hear much about it.
Nope.
Or else they come over to the German League.
Yeah.
Or they come across Europe from Canada straight away. They don't go down to Mexico. They'll come across, and like the pay is not what you're getting paid compared to the guys that are over there.
Yeah.
But like they're traveling Europe playing for these teams. They're only coming out of college. They probably have a degree, a bachelor's degree or something, playing football. 5 years, 6 years, go back home over to the States and then start their career.
Hey,
so, man, that's the way.
I mean, man, if you can do it or you love it that much, do it. But yeah, no, I've definitely noticed over the years, like, because we see when they play in over in England and all, and they broadcast, because over here it's at 9 a.m. And so I mean,
yeah.
But it's kind of cool for us because we actually get to have some coffee with some football. You know what I mean? Like, so
and the 4 o'clock games for us, they got like 4 Monday Night Football games on, or Sunday Night Football. You got 4 games going at once.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Because I mean, dude, we enjoy gambling. You've listened to the show,
but there's every jersey in the stands at those games.
Oh,
you see every team.
Yeah,
all 32 teams.
When it's in England.
Yeah, when it's in London.
Yeah,
that's man. It's gas. There's soccer is actually the only thing in England that fans will be divided.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every other sport, like you watch, there's the rugby that's on this weekend. Don't know, guys, if you're watching it.
No, they broadcast it here.
Yeah. Ireland are playing. We were playing France actually. Tomorrow is at 4:45 our time. So that is
that's early for us. 8:30, 8:45 our time in the morning.
No, because so it's 5 hours. It's 5 hours behind. So
in the afternoon, so like 11.
Yeah.
Oh, 4.
So 11:45.
Yeah, 11:45. Yeah.
And like if you look into this fan stage there, anywhere in any of the rugby across any of the world, any sport apart from soccer, all the fans are just mixed.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I don't know what it is. The soccer, they're not mixed. They're fucking nuts. Some of them. Excuse the language.
No, let it fly, dude.
No, it's cool. Like, cause for us, man, we definitely want to go. We got to see a soccer game while we're there. Obviously, Tottenham, but like, 'cause we saw Tottenham play.
They played PSG in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, and we drove down
in
there.
2017, we went down there and saw them. But to relate, like, that's how college football is here.
Yeah.
Like, I went to Virginia Tech in 2006. We were top 10, top 25 in the country. and everyone wears the same colors. You're all doing the chants and everything, and you're not letting the other team, fans of the other team, especially University of Virginia, which is our rival. I mean, you're talking shit the whole time. It's not like you be friendly once you get older, but in college, when you're 18, 19 years old and you're 25 natty lights deep, you don't give a damn. Like, I relate that the same thing to like kind of the hooligans type shit.
Yeah, man. But the problem is, they stop after college over there. They grow up.
Yeah.
They don't grow up over there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's true. All right, so what's like your weekly schedule? What's like y'all's training, your like practice, all that stuff? You guys have film?
Actually, for me, my weekly schedule, I don't know. Everybody has their own weekly schedule as such. When it comes to this game, there's different divisions. So some lads, as I said, there's some lads even in the top division that would have it more of a Sunday style game. Do you get me? Sunday style soccer, as they'd say. But a lot of the topper teams will be kind of more like, in fairness, I'll train pretty much 5 days a week if I can. But the program I'm on now, I'll train on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I have 2 rest days, but 2 rest days will consist of me going swimming or doing something. It's a rest day, but it's not lifting heavy.
It's not lifting, yeah.
And then we'll train. There's training on a Wednesday evening, as that has only started back now. As we're started back doing that now for 4 weeks now, if I'm correct. Wednesday evening, that'll be an hour session, and then on Sunday it'll be a 2-hour session training. And that Sunday session pretty much goes all year round, apart from a couple of breaks, around Christmas and after the end of the season. As I said, the Wednesday session arrives in this weekend. It'll be a weekend as sessions get heavier, where there'll be a weekend training camp as such. There's not many clubs do them, and I would say that's one great thing about the Panthers. And it's not just because I play there; that's why I went there as such. We're a great organisation as such. So basically, there'll be I think we're starting tomorrow 12 till 12. It'll be about 12 till 4:30. There'll be a tape session in the morning. There will be a gym session after that. There'll obviously be a break, gym session. There'll be a break, and then there'll be field sessions, which are probably more like installs. And then at the end of the field sessions, there'll probably be a scrimmage. Then Sunday, then we'll be back then, pretty much installs, probably different drills, tackling drills. I don't know what the coaches have involved. Special teams, even drills. And then it'll be scrimmage again on the Sunday. And then repeat Monday.
Damn.
Dead serious.
Yeah, that's full thing. Yeah.
I mean, hell, I got jacked up listening to that, man. I was like, I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
Damn.
But the club, like, and the gas thing is, like, people aren't getting paid for doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So no one gets paid. Nobody in the organization.
No.
It's all just volunteer.
No. And in fairness, like, we are probably we're the most funded club in Ireland this year, or from last year, from the background staff, what they've been doing behind the scenes.
That's awesome.
That's not even me. Like, I can't even put my hand up and say that's nothing to do with me. That's to do with the other guys behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just for the love of the game,
That's it. It's for the love of the game. And the amount of clubs that do that too, like the amount of other clubs that are organised and stuff like that, they're not to the level as the Panthers. I'm not saying that just because they're with me, but I'm sure like that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But they do. There's some other clubs that organise some great things, like even like there's clubs even the division below us that would organise great situations, like for raising money for the clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How many people are on your team?
On
the club.
That was the old way. All Premier Divisions have to have 30 registered players. I'm nearly sure that's the
30.
minimum. 30 or 35 is the minimum. We nearly we'll always have 40 registered players. Obviously, you might get to 40 to the games with life problems as such as these things happen.
Yeah.
As I said, we're not paid. People have lives and have to work and such. So you'll always have 32 to 35, I'd say, nearly. That's
a lot of. That's
awesome.
With 3 different leagues. That's a lot of guys.
Yeah, that wouldn't be every team. Now the bottom division teams, like I remember playing when we dropped to the bottom division. What happened was the club that I was with, that I started halfway through the season. They shut down, and they didn't shut down. There was another team in the division below them. They combined, and they created one Kildare team. They were from the county Kildare, and instead of having 2 teams, they had 1 team. which created a decent enough team. Then, do you know what I mean, with players wise.
Yeah, yeah.
I was playing with them. I ended up leaving to join a team back closer to my house, Panthers. But in the sense of they became the Kildare Crusaders. They're a team in the second division that are just as well run as us, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how that team created such. So there's a lot of that. Then there's other teams that when I was playing with the Reapers, that you were playing sometimes O line and D line. You're playing both sides of the ball.
God, no.
Then there's a lot of teams still in the lower divisions that lads will play O line and D line.
That's
play
nuts.
receiver and DB, QB and linebacker.
Receiver and DB is not that bad because a lot
of
times those guys are skinnier, but O line and D line at the same time. Oh.
Yeah, well, I think QB now, in fairness, is easy enough in the sense of, I'm not saying easy, it's more here, but some receivers like one of our QBs, Ian Callow, our starting QB, he would have played linebacker as well in this time. And in fairness, like there's you can see the difference when playing one of them guys. Obviously we're not paid, so the QBs here don't really slide on their bum. They'll drop the shoulder. And you can see it with him. That. And that's the way you want it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one thing about not getting paid. You don't have pussies.
Yeah.
That's the shit.
Well, exactly, man. You know.
Yeah, everyone's worried about losing their $15 gazillion contract.
You're out there because you love getting hit. You love the physicalness. You know what I mean? It's not, like, I don't know. You could play badminton or whatever the hell. You could do something else. But like you're out there to hit and play hard. Like, so how old are you?
I'm 34.
34.
I look about 38 now. That's just called aging.
Nah, man, no. I just was curious because, like, I'm sitting here at 33, and I'm like, dude, would I want to go out there every weekend, every other day, and like get hit
and hit people?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
How many kids do you
have? Two.
Yeah. They play any sports?
Well, obviously, I'm going through a divorce there as such. So I do have them, obviously, the weekends. And the weekends when I have them, the little lad plays soccer. I don't know if you spotted on the Instagram. And we only managed to get her. She'll do nothing. But we got her. We actually ended up getting her to play hockey. So she plays hockey now. Field hockey. Field hockey now. So
okay. What do they go to your games though?
No, they'll start this year because they're only going on. They'll be 7 now this year.
Okay.
They'll be 7 now in August. They tend to forget the boundary, and here we have it's an compulsory. Like anyone that's watching the game we'll all have rope, or there's be red tape or such going around where anyone coming to watch the game will stand behind. Coaches and officials going to be in behind it. Players. So it's just because obviously the collisions that would happen at the sidelines.
Yeah, it's like the cameramen.
Yeah.
In the NFL, and they get hit.
Yeah. But unfortunately, my kids, that's the problem. My kids think they're be the cameraman. They'll be on the sideline sitting there like that. I was only they're nuts. They're crazy. I was only in the hospital yesterday with a little one. Had to get her finger x-rayed because she sprained finger. 2 of them fighting on the trampoline for her little brother. Like they're fucking nuts.
Hey, man.
So if your son wanted to play football, would you let him?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, hell yeah.
100%.
That's a big thing here now with all the concussions and whatnot. That's why the youth
leagues
are kind of dying.
So in fairness, we don't. Our youth leagues doesn't start at 16.
And that's smart.
They have like flag football. Flag football.
Yeah, they do
going on.
Flag. We have flag, but like even at that, there's not that many flag under that. You would have players between 13 and 14 playing flag, but in the sense of there's not many. There'd be 16 where flag all football would start.
Yeah. Over here, I mean, you got 8-10 years.
Rugby not so much though. But see, rugby not so much. We'd be similar with the rugby. We have an awful lot of younger. Rugby would start at I think 8. I think 8 is rugby. Yeah. So have that.
My thing with rugby, you don't have a helmet on, so you're not going to try to you're not
going to lead with your helmet.
No, that's the thing. A lot of people make the mistake in saying they'd be saying, "Oh, American football lads like me, American football pussies game because they play rugby and stuff." Man, you tackle like this.
Yeah.
You tackle like this.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different. Rugby, there wouldn't be as much. There is a lot of concussions. There's not as much, I don't think. There definitely is not as much.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think there's more in American football
I-
because
yeah,
we have helmets
I-
on and we think we can?
That's what I'm saying. I actually don't know the statistic, and that's funny you're saying that because that's popped up now in my head, and I want to have to search that. I can't obviously because the phone's and using the phone now at the moment. But I'd nearly sure there would be more concussions from American football than there would be from rugby in the sense of even though we don't use helmets, we tackle different.
Right.
Like even our coaches will teach us rugby tackling drills nearly more so than American tackling drills. Does that make American football tackling drills?
Right.
We kind of we and plus there's actually one there when I'm there. We actually play off collar drills, NCAA rules.
Okay.
Even though I know the NFL sometimes the QB is more protected as such, but we still have the QB protected as such in that as well.
Yeah.
But in the sense of rugby, I don't know. I think we just learn to tackle different.
Yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it, like even when like say like a quarterback he gets sacked and he hits his head on the back of the on the back of the ground. I don't think rugby really that never really happens as much in rugby or like a wide receiver hitting his head on the ground because that'll knock you out in itself, you know.
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. It's a shit tough sport. It does not like I don't compare both of them. They both have they're both equal to me in that sense. And a lot of people say to me, "Oh, which do you prefer?" I don't compare both of them. I love rugby just as much as I love American football. They're two different sports. They are two different sports. And some people say, "Oh, yeah, but they're not wearing pads." Yeah, but you're not collisioning this way. But in fairness, also, your conditioning in rugby is a shit hell of a lot more than conditioning in American football. There's not, if I was to go to a fitness level, I'm talking their lineman strength with receiver fitness. You get me? So there is that aspect of it. Like it is different. Like it is different, but the same. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So do you got anybody on your team like putting up numbers? Like
as in,
we're giving the ball to this guy every time.
Running back, receiver,
you have like a badass running back or wide receiver. Or anything?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Ben's pretty cool. There's receivers there. Ray, he's pretty class. Goalie. Then like these guys are just as good as DBs as well. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are like a Ray, always a receiver. He actually played over as a QB, semi-professional, in Austria.
Oh no shit.
There's some great players. There's some savage players on the team. There'd be a lot of. There's not too many kind of any of the older kind of vetty kind of guys that would have been slower wise would have kind of retired or stopped now.
Yeah.
Any of the guys, the vetty guys now, they're all pretty good vets. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Great guys. Some savage guys there, like.
Did you tell me, if I remember correctly, a couple months ago we were messaging, but there was a 53-year-old running back in your league?
There is, and his name is Ken.
And he's still playing.
Dooley. I'm nearly sure he's still playing. He played for the Kildare Crusaders.
And he was 53.
I think he still is playing for the Kildare Crusaders.
As a running back?
No, I don't know what. I think he's a lineman. He plays as now, which is probably worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's not. That family is football orientated. That entire family, they're a lovely family. They basically run the soldiers as such. They would have been the soldiers before they became. Remember, I said two teams combined.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? When two teams combined. They became the Crusaders. They're the core family, if that makes sense. The father and the two sons play.
The father and the two sons. That's awesome.
It's brilliant. Like it is. In fairness, I'm just gonna tell you guys. I'm just gonna shoot to the toilet. I can't hold it any longer.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Hit it up, Bill. We'll be.
We're good.
Yeah,
one last question, then we're getting to the Super Bowl. Get you another beer.
Hey, yeah. So Evan, where we at on the time? All right. Yeah, so Evan, our buddy Zach, he's in the live chat right now. So where we live, there's like people our age play flag football, right? And so he had a comment on the thing, and he said, "Makes Rice with Beach flag football look like a bunch of pussies." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm embarrassed right now, just sitting here."
For real, I mean, you guys are just over there playing real football on the weekends. Like I can't even think of a league around here. I don't even think there is one.
No, we had a semi-professional football team here in town because we had a semi-professional soccer team for the longest time, and then they had another team, like a football team.
Glenn Murray, you know who that is? Plays for Brighton.
Glenn Murray. No. That doesn't ring a bell. No.
He played 5 matches for our semi-pro team here. But anyway, go ahead.
Who does he play for?
He plays
Brighton.
in the Premier League.
Does he play for Brighton now?
I think he retired last year, but he was definitely there. He might still be.
Yeah. No. I can't say no. As I said, I'll be honest with you. From 2011, that's another one for me. From 2011, I was a United fan, and my kind of love of soccer kind of started disappearing. Just it's more sort of bullshit that goes on in it. There's so much bullshit.
Yeah,
and you probably don't hear the bullshit that as we'd hear on the TV, on the news, and Sky Sports News and stuff. Hang on, I'll shut this door. Hang on, sorry.
There you go.
You know what I mean? All the shit that you'd hear on Sky News. So that's when and it just pushed me away from the soccer as such. It's like, it's too much bullshit.
That's interesting to hear. But now you're in American football, so
yeah. No, but in the sense of I just found it very soft. And maybe it's nothing to do with soccer, such as probably a stage of my life. I was like, I couldn't be arsed dilly-dally, and I want to hit something or see something being hit or I don't know, something like that.
Hey, now, and what do you do for a living? Tell the audience.
Well, I work for South Dublin County Council as such. So I work for basically, as I said, the council, the state as such. On the road section, so we're doing the grittings and stuff like that, and the snow plowing as such. Not much of that now, in fairness, unless there's a storm as such.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I do. And in fairness, they're a great company to work for, in the sense of the perks you have as well with training, the well-being, and all that sort of kind of stuff.
Yeah. And what was that? Give us that fun fact you told me before we started about the Coastline.
Yeah. There is the fact about one little fact about Ireland. We have I think, and I'm nearly 100% sure it's the longest coastline in the world, and the Wild Atlantic Way is the name of it.
Like the road, it's the longest.
As the road, it's the longest
coastal
road that you can physically drive without changing. Like it's called the Wild Atlantic Way from when you start to when you finish. It's not like going east coast and then the R442 or whatever, I don't know, guys, and then the R668. Do you know what I mean? It's literally the Ireland is so small. But
man, that'd be cool. That'd be cool to drive on. That.
Is that where the cliffs of I don't want pronounce it again for me.
Cliffs of Motor.
Okay, cliffs.
Motor. There you go. You got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to say mohair like most people say, but
we actually done that journey in what time was COVID? When did COVID come? We're in 2022. In 2021, the summer of 2021, we done that journey from Cork all the way up to as far as Donegal. We done it in 12 days.
Wow.
I think it's 2,600 and something kilometers.
Yeah, we have a guy in the chat, Brandon, who we worked with years ago. He was actually over there recently, and he just said that road is terrifying to drive.
Some places, he said.
Yes.
Nah, it's not too bad at all.
Well, you're on the opposite side.
Well, and
right?
he got engaged over there, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe he.
That's why it was terrifying.
Yeah. Boom. Nice. Yo, hey, so Evan, I don't know if you saw this. Speaking of like your long journey or whatever, we had a buddy that we went to high school with. We had him on the show. He did all 50 states of America in 5 days.
How the fuck did he do that?
He hauled ass, man.
I'm telling you, bro. Dude, he flew. So he drove all the way out to Seattle, and he flew from Seattle to Hawaii, right? And spent 3 days in Hawaii. He's a big surfer.
He started in Hawaii.
He wasted 3 days. He wasted.
So he started. No, listen. So when he left Hawaii to go to Alaska, as soon as the plane left the ground, he started the clock.
Yeah.
Landed in Alaska, had like a 10-hour layover there, and then flew back to Seattle, and then drove and hit every state. And he did it in 5 days and 16 hours.
Wow.
It was insane, man.
It's on our YouTube. We'll send you the link. That's great.
Yeah, dude.
I hope did he record that entire journey?
Oh, he made a whole video.
He made like a little.
Oh man,
like a mini doc. And dude, he's a funny guy, man. Because like I said, we went to high school with him. He's a surfer, you know. So he's just
But
kind
he's
of like
brilliant.
but
Kid's
yeah,
brilliant.
he's like a computer coder. So he like codes computers, but he just goes on adventures like this, and it's crazy.
Anyways, all right. So last question before we get into the Super Bowl, because I want to hear who you think is going to win. Where do you see this league going?
As in our league.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you want? What do you want from it? You guys want to pop off and?
Well, I think we could be as good as the German league if the foundations are there.
Yeah.
So it's possible if who's running the league, if they can push to do it, it can be there. It's not going to happen in the next season or next 2 seasons.
Mhm.
I would love, as I said, actually, only funny enough, you're asking me that question. I actually said this to a chap that actually plays on our team. He's actually he's our middle linebacker, Joe. He asked me, and I said, what I'd love to do is when I do eventually start coaching, I'll do my coaching. I don't do coaching courses now because I can just focus on playing.
Mhm.
But when I do coach, and I do want to coach, I want to be at like the German league or the Austrian league where them guys can actually select players. They can pick players from other teams. They can draft in players. They're not on big wages. Some of them might be only getting paid 500 quid a week, euros or whatever. But they can actually pick the best players that are possible to pick out of Europe.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
scout
I would
and
love.
recruit, right?
Yeah, and they can do that across in some of the leagues in Germany, and they can do it in the EFL. They can do it in the Austrian league. They can do it in the Finnish league. They can do it in the French and Italian league. They can do that. Do you know what I mean? So there's money behind them teams.
Yeah.
Like I went and visited the Vienna Vikings over in Vienna, hence the name. And you want to see the setup. Now they were so welcoming to me. They were brilliant. Kiki, the basically she runs the show there when it comes to media and everything else. They're so welcoming. Even their head coach, their head coach there now in the EFL. Like you want to see how that club is run compared to other clubs. Like they have their own gym, 24-hour access for any player, half pitch, full pitch for training. The facilities, they've rooms, offense, defense, training, video rooms, actually purpose built for the situation. You get me?
Yeah.
You're not renting out a hall and putting up a whiteboard. You know what I mean? And that's the way I'd love to see our league, and it's possible to have the league like that because it's getting bigger. The more games they keep coming over, which that's going to keep happening because there's money involved in it. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So the more they come over, the bigger this is going to get.
Do you think with how the NFL over here is the #1 sporting league in the country? It's a fact. It's a money making powerhouse. Goodell is like an evil whatever. But do you think the only thing holding you back in Ireland is funding and exposure? Like someone, okay, so someone, I don't know how you feel about him or how you guys view him, but like someone like Conor McGregor, who is kind of Americanized and has a ton of money. Like if someone like that were to come in and say, I want to scale this, everyone would be on board.
Well, definitely because the money will be there.
Yeah. I mean,
but in the sense of some clubs would take him up on the offer, some wouldn't. There's people think he's bad for publicity. There's people that actually still love him. Yeah. You can't knock what he's done. Full stop. Right. You can't.
No,
you physically can't. The chap's an animal.
Regardless of what you think of him, he's certainly done.
He created his lane and he drove as fast as he could down it. Man, he did his job. But
that's the way it is.
But I'm saying, like compared to when you first started playing football to now, I mean, like, has the popularity? I mean, is it tripled? I mean, like, how do you think the popularity of the game is going?
You've said it there. It's more than tripled. Okay, it has more than tripled.
That's great to hear.
The popularity is more than tripled since I started playing in 2017. Like, as I said, 2017 I started playing. I got a half season. 2018 I got full season. 2019 I got full season with the Panthers.
Yeah.
And even within the last COVID year, the amount of people I know that wouldn't have watched the games even online, wouldn't have known nothing about football here. Like a lot of people I would have talked about football instead I played football. They were like I said it, I think I was saying, I don't know if I said it, and I didn't say it on the show. They'd be like, "You're playing football?" I'd be like, "Football? What? What's football? What do you mean football? Soccer?" I was like, "No, American football." Like, what's that?
Yeah.
You play that here? Yeah, you still get that. You're still going to get that. But there's a lot more exposure. Like, for argument's sake, as I said, and I'd actually like to mention them too, the gym that I go to, the fitness center that I go to, West Park Fitness, they actually sponsor me for playing American football.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna
He said
touch.
that earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna touch on that. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that or not, but so you're sponsored for them for you getting out there and all. I mean, how did that deal go about? You just walked in.
I was been going there. I lived only around the corner from the gym. Been going there for, we'd say, close to 2.5 years now.
Yeah,
Definitely 2.5 years. And going to the gym, I was paying for the full whack for the gym. Like, it wasn't that, like, and it's one of the one of the more expensive gyms in the area, but in the sense of nothing to do. This is nothing to do with sponsorship at all. But genuinely, the reason I paid that little bit more expensive for the 2.5 years, I wasn't
yeah,
even thinking of sponsorship. It's a
yeah,
better gym.
yeah,
Like, there's
Yeah.
better clientele. It's not a bunch of steroid heads. You can do what you want to do. There's a pool. It's actually the only stainless steel swimming pool in Ireland, so it's actually probably the cleanest swimming pool in Ireland.
mm,
So, like, it's just in a sense and stuff like that. It's just a great gym, and I joined it because I could have the kids going swimming. I used to go with the kids when I have them the weekends. I go swimming with them and doing stuff like that. And chatting away, I'd be a chatty guy. Like, as you guys probably
Yeah.
realise, I'm a kind of a happy chatty guy. Chatting away to people and we asked you what to do, and then Kevin, the manager, lovely chap, he basically chatting away to me, knew I played ball, and he came to me during COVID. It was during COVID, I was still training. I was training quite hard because I actually got selected to go for the Irish squad, the Irish Wolfhounds,
yeah,
Oh.
to go play with the international team as such. Well, not play, train. I'm still only training with them. Can't say I'm not basically saying I'm a player as such as yet.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still
yeah.
training as such. Everybody play. Anyone can be dropped. That's just the way it is. If you don't perform, but I got selected to go train with them. And he came up and he asked me, he said, "How are you getting on? How's the American football? Like, you be a good gym owner? Like, the gym has about 3,000 members,
Dang.
but he would nearly know everybody individually. Do you get me?
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
the, yeah.
yeah. You love those people.
You can't not love just them guys."
Yeah, for real.
And he asked me, and I told him how going. He goes, would you be interested in becoming a sponsored athlete? And I was like, "What's that?" What's he was like, basically, as a sponsored athlete, he goes, "I'll get Lee, have a chat with myself, give your email downstairs, and we'll sort it out. We get on to you." So I left my email downstairs. To be honest, guys, I didn't think that was going to happen of it. Do you know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
American football, this ain't going to happen. It's not like I play soccer. It's not Gaelic. It's not hurling. It's not a. So that was grand. And then all of a sudden, I got an email off Lee, and Lee is a lovely chap. He's the marketing team, and basically that's how it happened. And he asked me to be a sponsor for playing American football. For basically they pick they try pick two athletes from as many sports as they possibly can, which they haven't got that many. They've probably 5-6 sports.
yeah,
To promote themselves and fitness, and to help the way they see it. It also helps it helps me as such and other people that they sponsor. And in fairness, it has, because in the contract as such, basically it's only a simple contract, but silly little things like in the sense of it feels like you have to go to the gym. Does that make
yeah,
sense? You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'd be going anyway, but
Right.
I also, instead of going at that 100% that I would go at, I'm pushing myself that 20% more because
yeah,
they believe in you. They're
Yeah.
giving it
yeah.
to you for free. They believe in you. So you don't want to let someone down that believes in you. That's the way I see
Mhm.
it.
No, for sure, man.
Both you guys are both winning. The mental push and
And that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say. I mean, as
great.
the popularity grows, you're gonna have more people like that. You know, that guy. I forgot his name, Lee or whoever it was.
Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna be more people like that that are gonna go. You know what? It's like, hey, I don't want to miss the boat. If this is gonna get somewhere, I want to get in there. You know, because
Well, that's the truth, man. That
yeah,
is the truth. Like, and it is in the sense of, like, as you say, popularity's grown. These guys aren't. They know what's happening. And they can see the clientele. Like, young lads now, they're not smoking and drinking like they would have. They're
Right.
training in the gym.
yeah,
They're focusing. Popularity's grown. What
yeah.
if you didn't jump on it? Like, you'd be crazy.
And from my thing, you know, like here we have a lot of different sports, and I've always said that, like the best athletes are the ones that have played them all. Like your hand-eye coordination is better if you played all sports basically that you have over there that are popular, right? So like your hand-eye coordination is going to be superior to somebody who just played one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you
Yeah.
understand how the body moves, you understand all that. So like say there's some guys over there that they didn't really fit in this sport or like the top 3 sports over there, but they fit in American football for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like I think it opens up more opportunity for kids to play sports. I guess is what I'm saying.
I exactly. That's 100%. That's probably the biggest love I have for this sport. There's a position for everybody. It doesn't matter your fitness levels.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, we're not talking about pro ball here. We're talking about having fun, enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
There's positions for every single body, shape, form. It doesn't make how fat you can be, slow, and you can be one of the best people on an American football team on the O-line. Like,
yeah.
I saw on the Panthers website, it says the average experience of football for the players is 3 years.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I mean, you got kids start playing here at 6 years old to make it to the NFL.
But to your point though, I think that's why y'all love it so much. Like, I think that's the reason why y'all train so hard, because you found something that fit. And no matter how, what age you are, that sport fit you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's to me, that's from outside looking in, that's what I think has occurred.
That's very badass.
Yeah, but like also in saying what he said himself as well, also on a time frame as well, that is a big factor. Is the fact that it's like it fits perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon if more Irish people actually opened their eyes and seen what sport was about, they'd love it, because the physicality, the style, the type, it's all of our sports kind of similar.
Yeah.
Not like, basically, it's just getting rid of the small ball in our sports.
Yeah.
And adding a bit of extra fighting.
Yeah.
You guys get rowdy? You fight with other players?
Maybe.
No, but it is a different game, because it's like chess. It's human chess.
Yeah, it's different.
You move in
that's
pieces.
the other thing.
Yeah.
There's so many people don't understand. You're not going out there putting your hand up. Give me the ball. I'm open. That's not how it works.
Mm-mm.
Not even on defense. That's not how it works.
Exactly.
There's a job. You do your job. And I've never learned that more than when I went onto the Irish squad. Like, we would have done our job as a club, but they are literally like, it doesn't matter if you're wrong. If you do something and something happened, if you're told to go into the B gap and do a certain type of move, such, rip into the B gap, whatever, and something happens and they score, it's not your fault. You're still going to get your accolade. It's the coach's fault. That's the way you learn there. And it's a great thing. I think it's a pity we don't do it for younger kids, even if we train them like that, but do it in flag version so there's no contact. I think that would teach them a lot more, and it would stop an awful lot of bullshit from what some of the younger generation do now. And that's not me acting older, and they're like, as crazy as the shit we did, it wasn't. Well, it was stupid, but it wasn't. I don't know how to include myself. It was stupid, so I can't say it's not stupid, but it's not. What would you say? Like, there was limits as such.
Yeah.
Kids don't have that now. They don't have it. So, and I think American football will be the answer here in Ireland if they could drop the age and have them. And I'm after having. There's at least 4 families that have gone on to me in the last 6 months now that have asked about their younger kids playing.
Yeah.
Opportunity there.
Yeah, there is. It's just a pity. It's just, I don't think it would hit straight away. In England, I think that when it hits in England, it hit here.
Well, okay, I'll tell you like this. Like, lacrosse, since we talked about that earlier. When we were in high school, that was just a club thing.
We didn't have a team.
Well, there was
until our junior year.
There was like 12 kids that would go out there and because that was from up north. Like, we didn't know about that. You know what I mean? But they brought it down here because like a lot of people from up north moved down south for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, they brought the game down here, and then by the time I started coaching soccer at the high school I went to, by the time like 4 years out of high school, it was an actual sport. Like, by the school, they got the bus to go to different schools to play. But prior to that, it was just like what you're saying. They had to buy their own stuff and get out there and pay the way.
They didn't make it popular.
But my point is, people found a fit. They didn't like basketball, they didn't like football, but lacrosse worked, kind of deal. So
yeah, but that's the truth. Like, there's like, in fairness, a lot of top clubs in the Premier Division would help supply lids and shoulder pads. I reckon we probably have the most amount of equipment ourselves in the Belfast Trojans for players coming in. But
Yeah.
like we have lads in the sense of, and I can count myself in instead of naming anybody, that I bought my own lid. Like I got 2 concussions with a speed. I got 2 concussions with a Shut Vengeance Pro.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that lid.
No.
Rydell are the ones that we always wore over here.
Well, I got a Shut Vengeance Pro, and I soon learned why I should have got a Riddell. Yeah, we got it, and I got 2 concussions with that, and I was like, no, like freaking. I was already panicking about concussions. I was like, if I get a third one, that's 3. Like you're meant to stop at 3. You're meant to stop at 1.
Yeah.
But they say 3 is the magic number as such, and then I got a Riddell Speed Flex. The difference is like that's what I'm saying. Like you're saying, it cost me, including VAT duties and stuff coming in for paying for the Irish taxes, government stuff. I think I paid about $620 for the lid.
Damn.
For my own head protection. Bought my pads. I think they were about $340.
Jeez.
Now I don't have to. The club will supply them, but when it comes to prime protection for your head, in my eyes,
It's longevity. You're investing in yourself.
Yeah, well worded. But like it just goes to show the money that's there that you have to put into it. Like in the sense of what way could I say? Like you're saying, it's because it fits. People are willing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And I can tell you like this, man, from playing, like, 'cause I played college soccer for a year, but like, man, when the sport was over, like I missed the camaraderie. So I'm here to say I'm somewhat jealous of you because you still have a team you can go on the weekends and you train with. You know what I mean? Like once you're done playing the game, like it's over.
You guys all go to the pub like after the game or what?
The problem here is the player turnover. Like you said a while ago, the average year is 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Player turnover. When you think about that, if it's 3 years, that's a savage player turnover.
Yeah.
If it's, you know what I mean, we get a lot of player turnover that will play maybe a season and disappear. But in fairness to the Panthers, there is that camaraderie. There is that section that lads go out. No, I'm not obviously with the kids struggle for me, but there is, like for argument's sake, the lads are going out now. There's a section more so for keeping it to families and players. It's not being publicised. Some clubs are publicising the Super Bowl party. We're not. We're keeping it to players and family members that can bring younger kids and stuff. Do you get me?
Yeah.
We see it as a more of a Panther family.
I like that.
So that's the way we're keeping that Super Bowl section. But for argument's sake, then we're going out then after the game next Saturday. Ourselves and the 2 teams, coaches, supporters, and all will meet in basically a pub around the corner for food and drinks and whatever. Do what they have to do there after. First of all, they have their share, obviously. They do what they have to do there, have their food, but have a bit of crack, down with the other team, whatever, because they're obviously over from England. And then there's a place section booked in town then for us in one of the later kind of venues for probably, I think you're still going to get the guts of 50, 60 people heading in.
Wow.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, so Saturday, February 19th, 8 a.m. our time, you guys play the Sealand Seahawks. Is that right?
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
So that's the first game, preseason game, yeah?
It's a preseason game. They're basically an international expedition team. And lucky enough, there's actually 2 players. There's myself as a defensive end, and there's Ben. He's a running back for our team as well. We actually will be playing with Sealand Seahawks in our off season next year when they're playing. They go around playing. Basically, they used to be called, the short version, they used to be called the Thunder and Herd. They used to basically an expedition team traveling. Have you heard of the English and Irish Lions? Have you guys?
I have not.
Negative.
No. That'd be more of a kind of obviously European thing. It's a selection. English and Irish Lions basically is a selection of players from Ireland, England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Well, Ireland and Northern Ireland play it together as such. That's its selection of players. Sealand Seahawks is pretty much the same thing. It's an international team, expedition team that's pretty much the exact same thing. It's actually the smallest country in the world. It's basically, as they say, it's a team. It's an old oil rig off the east coast of England that used to be into international waters, and they claimed their own sovereignty. So basically, they became the Sealand. That's what the name. That's how it came.
Shit, that is awesome.
So basically, the Thunder and Herd, for some reason, I don't know, had disparted. And Mike Ireland, big shout out to Mike Ireland, fair play to him. He is the one, he is the heart and soul of everything when it comes to that, and including the Schneider Cup when it comes to do with Lift the Lid, which is a mental health organisation for American football. He was basically he's the founder of this team, and he has organised basically the same thing as the Thunder and Herd. They're going to be an expedition team travelling Europe. They were in Budapest, so they go outside obviously Europe as such. That was when they were the Thunder and Herd. They're playing some of the best teams across Europe. They'll play, like as I said, they're playing us. We're one of the top 2 teams in Ireland, which is ourselves and the Belfast Trojans. And they'll go to our next. I don't know where the next stage is. I do know France. I'll be with them in September next year, playing some French side.
Okay.
That's after we actually are in Iceland as a club. Our club team, South Dublin Panthers, are playing the Icelandic team up there.
Holy shit! That's
September. Awesome. When is it, Valerie? September the 7th, maybe. I could be wrong on that date, guys. But definitely shout us up for that, because that will be live streamed up there.
Yeah.
And so definitely give you a shout out for that.
Yeah,
but that's the Sedan Seahawks. They're a great bunch of guys. A lot of the guys that play for them play for Team GB, which is Team Great Britain, which American football is a hell of a lot bigger over there.
Yeah.
It's around a lot longer. Bigger country, obviously.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys, a lot of my friends there now that would have. There's actually a player, a good friend of mine, is playing for I became good friends with him over at the Schneider Cup. Sound chap, actually. Funny enough, we found out he was actually in only down the road from me one time in Ireland. I won't tell you that story online. But he's playing for the Turkish Rams. They're in the EFL, so that's a professional league. There's a lot of great players playing for these guys. So the Panthers have a handful. Put it that way. I'm not going to say. I think we're well able for them. But
I love it, man. I wish we could watch. Like I don't know.
Yeah, man. I'm
a big nerd. I have no problem reaching out to the club and trying to help them figure this out. Because I will. Yeah, I mean, all it takes is a webcam and a hotspot. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, well, we've had this conversation before. I've had this with these guys, and we're definitely going to get this done this year. I think this game is just a little bit short notice. Our new home will be where we're playing this game.
Yeah.
So we'll have a lot of a better ideas, and it's much nicer pitched than our previous year. I need to get a shave because
I deal with it all the time. I did mine yesterday.
It's fucking wrecking my head here.
It's killing me.
I get over it. It's like fucking tentacles.
Hey, well, I tell you what, though, man, we've learned a lot, man, and I really appreciate all that. We're about to jump into the Super Bowl talk, but
Daddy, I look forward to it.
I hope y'all should win. I love y'all's dedication. Like you said, you're reminded like the Patriots, Bill Belichick, like
take it serious. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do it right. You know.
And clearly it's worked. I mean, you said it's gotten more than 3 times as popular in 4 years.
Oh man, there's, as I said, I see it as it's a short win, but it's a win. Like me, at 34 years of age, getting a sponsor from a fitness facility for playing American football.
That's what I'm saying.
Clearly it's working.
Then there's a company here I'm chatting away with, Juvo. They're a sports cream and muscle rub. I only got samples for them there today. I'm having a chat with them. They want me to kind of maybe be an ambassador for their brand because it'll suit American football. Like,
there you go.
And that's what I was gonna say.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, and for me, sitting here chatting with you, like, I really think, and I hope you thought about it. I'm sure you have. Like, you should be one of the leaders of this movement.
Yeah, you should like really take this. I mean, like reaching out to us is crazy. Like how this is even happening is wild. And my little brother was in the chat and said, "Wow, this is really dope." And like,
yeah, man. That's the way I'd love to see it. Like as I said,
but your social media is great. You're a funny dude.
Yeah.
Like you post funny things, and I think you need to use that to your advantage.
Yeah. And as I said, I am trying in that sense. And as I said, the way I would love to see it, sure, as I said earlier on the show, in the sense of I'd love to see it as such, as in when I get to coach, which I don't plan on doing it anytime soon. I want to play for another few years.
Yeah.
But when I get to coach, I want to be able to like the way they do. I want to be able to choose players. I want to be able to.
Yeah.
Like, so as much as I can help now to grow the sport in our country, that's what I can do. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you'd rather
It's
coach
just
here
the way
than
it
in
goes.
Germany, right? Like, if you can get it to that point when it's time for you to coach.
that would be deadly. That would be savage.
Heck
Like, that would be ridiculous.
Why not?
yeah. That'd be
All right,
awesome.
well, we look forward to it, man.
Yeah.
Your game next week, I wish we could watch. Let us know how you do.
Definitely
I'm
will
anxious.
get you onto a game. We'll
Yeah.
definitely get you
Excellent.
onto a game.
Hey,
But
before we go, it's my turn. I got to take a piss this time.
you go ahead, and then we're gonna get into the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
I'll do the same thing. Actually, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
both.
yeah,
Yeah,
Hit it
do
up,
it.
bud.
Do it again. Do it again. We're getting to the Super Bowl. Let's be quick. We got some prop bets and whatnot.
We still live, guys.
Oh yeah, we're live.
Come here. Can I just say one thing before we shoot off to the Super Bowl? I
Yep.
just meant to say to you, just for anyone really quick, I couldn't forget because it was only brought up 3 weeks ago to me. 1986 is when American football was in Ireland was the first Shamrock Ball.
1986.
1986.
1986 was against the Craigavon Cowboys and the Dublin Celts. Dublin Celts actually won that game. But funny fact, the way I'm saying this is actually 2 of our coaches are actually from that game. One played for the Craigavon Cowboys and one played for the Dublin Celts.
That's awesome.
That is probably the coolest fact you've hit us with. Because that was before, that was the year after, or year before you were born, and 2 years
yeah.
before us.
So we're 88.
Now that's as I said, I'm nearly 100% sure that fact is right because we only had this conversation 2 weeks ago. But that 2 of our coaches are from that Shamrock Ball final. I'm nearly sure they played against each other. Because Coach Klatt is from the States and Coach McAleese is from Dublin. I think Coach Klatt actually probably might have lived up the north to start when he moved over here. I could be wrong on that one, but just we won't quote myself on that. Even though we're live, don't quote me on that. Especially Coach Klatt, don't quote me on that one.
Yeah, so y'all been tossing the pigskin over there for 36 years?
That's
35
how
years?
that was the first. That was the 1986 was the first Shamrock Ball final. The year before
awesome.
I was born.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
All right, let's get to it. Super Bowl time, live from L.A. We got the Los Angeles Rams. Right now, the line is -4 against the Bengals and Joey Burr. Who you got, Evan?
Eagles.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Go,
yeah,
Joe.
yeah,
Go,
yeah.
Joe, go.
Go
Yeah.
Joe, go Joe. Man, you have to take Joe.
You have to, right?
It's just he is like Baker from Mayfield, but better. Like actually cool Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
And I thought Baker was cool when he first got in the league, and then I was like, actually, he's not that cool.
Look, man. Yeah. Until my man comes walking down there with a cigar, like, dude, that dude has. First off, he's like a reptile. You know, cold blooded.
Yeah,
Dude, Joe Burrow has to be the coolest white guy in the world. There's not a cooler white person than him.
Nah, man.
no, he's pretty cool.
And
really
not only
fucking
that,
not.
the way he plays is insane. But you have to give credit to everyone around him.
Yeah.
Right? Like Jamar
Yeah,
Chase,
man.
insane. Joe Mixon, all of them. They're all
They're savage.
nuts. Yeah, they have
Oh,
so
man.
many position players.
Well, the line
It's-
from when what were you gonna say?
I was just going to say, if it wasn't for Joe, I'm not being smart. I'd be the Rams. If it was not for Joe, I'd be the Rams. I'd be Aaron Donald. Like I hope their defense actually makes shit happen in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
and makes Joe work for it because he can. He can. He can do it.
Hey, look, 2 games ago, he got sacked 9 times. Still won.
Look, I guarantee the Rams are either there's gonna be a turnover on the defense will make a turnover.
Both quarterbacks will throw a pick.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Burrow, that one game he got sacked like 9 or 10 times.
Nine times.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm worried about there. But my thing is if they could come back on the Chiefs like they did. Did you see that game?
Yeah.
That was
That's
ridiculous, man. That was ridiculous. But I mean, because the line, you said -4, right?
It was 3.5 last week.
At one point, it was 4.5. So,
Listen,
they're kind of locked in on that.
I'm taking Bengals until definitely taking the points because it's going to come down to a field goal. What game hasn't in the playoffs?
Fucking hell! Stop talking about special teams.
Oh, did you see the fucking? I saw today. Someone saw in a Simpsons episode, Bengals versus Rams, and the final score is Bengals 34, Rams 31. If this
I'm
game
going to
ends
boogie tomorrow.
34-31, I will question everything about life.
Wait.
I'm
What
going-
episode was it? Like a
I
early?
I'll show you. I'm just telling you.
Evan, have you ever heard of that? The Simpsons predictions?
No, I'm writing this. I have, but I'm writing this shit down.
Yes.
Did you get a bet correct score? 30. Well, betting for you is so easy.
34-21.
34-31. Bengals.
That is to who? To the Bengals.
The Bengals.
Yeah, 30,
and
yep.
The Simpsons said that.
Man, that's definitely with the shit that has gone on with that program.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Let me see what
That's it.
era was that. Yeah, that's an older version of the show too.
Yep.
Damn.
I can't even use my phone to find out what the betting is here.
It's all right. We'll send it to you, but it's easy for you guys, right? You got like bet
We're a lot
365
easier.
and all
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm like we've Paddy Powers app and stuff like that. You can bet on. You know what I mean?
All right,
That's easy.
Yeah.
I got some prop bets for you.
What's this?
All right.
Wait. You know what a prop bet is, right?
Yeah, go on, throw them at me.
All right, so here's the first one. What color will the liquid be that's poured on the winning coach by the players? So what color is going to be the Gatorade? We have orange plus 200.
I was gonna say orange. That's actually what I was gonna say.
Red
but
plus
that's
250. Yeah. Lime, green, yellow plus 300. Clear or water is plus 700. Blue is plus 600, and purple plus 850.
I'm going clear.
lime, green, yellow. If the Rams win,
Oh shit.
I guess that does make sense, right? It might depend on the team.
Well, also
lime,
depends.
green,
It
well,
depends on what. They're not gonna have just straight Gatorade out there. Sometimes they have water too.
I saw blue was the color 2 out of the last 3. They're plus 600.
I
gotta sprinkle something on
really
that.
strongly lime, green, yellow of the Rams, and I don't know why that ticked into my head straight away. And then if it's Bagels,
Orange. It's got to be orange, right?
It has to be orange. Like it has
Yeah.
to be. That's why I said orange at the start. But
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
I'm looking at the score now. I'm definitely going orange. I got a bet on this.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
wait. So I mean, they might like keep a little cooler, like prepared.
Well, no, it's the Gatorade thing. It's a Gatorade bath, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
But like, I think it's going to be the color coded to the team. That's just the natural instinct for me.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And I would probably say lime or blue for the Rams, and definitely orange for the Bengals.
One lime and one blue. What happens if they hit them with 2?
I'm still sticking with water, clear, whatever.
Clear?
Yep.
No,
Yeah, no way. No fucking way, dude. All right, here's the next one. Here's the next one for you. Which will be the first team penalized for pass interference?
Oh, the Rams.
Jalen Ramsey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
No, but you're right about the whole clear thing because they wouldn't have anything. It would be a color Gatorade.
Yeah, you bum. Are you changing it now?
Yeah, I'm fucking changing it.
What are you putting?
Yellow.
All right, so you're plus 300.
Yeah.
Are you going to take the
lime
orange,
green.
Evan? You're taking.
No,
Okay, so
lime.
both of you guys are on the lime,
Yeah.
green, yellow.
300, man. That's it.
Oh, wait, hang on. What are you taking?
I'm a risk taker. I'm going blue plus 600. 2 out of the last 3 times.
Bet's a bet. You have to make it fun. I'm going orange.
All right, there we go. All right, perfect.
Got the
I
whole,
love that.
whole spectrum.
We'll revisit this on Monday.
What's on this?
Yeah, we'll discuss that after the show.
Wait. What'd you say?
He said, "What's on this?"
All right. Shit.
All right. I'll get to this one after I do the MVP one.
Let's say y'all don't have a 40s over there, do you? Y'all don't have malt liquor, anything gross. 'Cause we used to bet 40s of malt liquor anytime we did some shit.
Let me ask you a question. Y'all are just gonna like sleep all day Sunday so you can stay up and watch it? Because it doesn't come
I
on
tell
until
you-
after midnight, right?
It comes on at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I'm okay. I
Oh,
work
yeah,
for the
love it.
council. So
That's right. Yeah.
I'm going to watch it and then go into work and then wake up and then go gym.
I love it. That's awesome. All right. Commercials. Are like the Super Bowl commercials kind of a talk over there? Because they're huge over here.
Yeah, Budweiser's the talk over here at the moment from what
All
they're
right.
meant to do this year.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
'cause-
so here we go. First company to do a commercial first. Budweiser, plus 205.
Ooh.
Bud Light next, which I don't even know what the fuck that is, plus 200. Michelob Ultra, plus 500. Bud Light Seltzer, plus 220. Mick Ultra Seltzer at plus 800. Or Cutwater Spirits, which I don't know what that is either.
I'm
At
going,
plus 550.
it's got to be Budweiser. You have 3 Bud things on there.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Bud, a
One's
lot of
the
Budweiser.
new Bud Light, one's the new Bud Light, one's the Budweiser, and one's the seltzer.
Well, there's Instinct's Budweiser, but see the Budweiser seltzer, that's the one that I see on Game Pass every fucking time.
Yeah, well, the thing about the seltzer over here is, I don't know about there, but over here it was a big craze. But I'd say over the last 8 months, it's kind of downtrending.
Has it dropped? Because that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Snow Budweiser.
Budweiser.
See, all right. Well, cheers on that. We got that the same.
Okay.
I can't change that one. I don't want to change that one.
Nah,
That's the one I strongly think.
because when we were, I think I was like 10. You probably were 11 when John Elway won, and they had the Budweiser frogs that were like the whole "what's up" thing or whatever.
Budweiser.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
And the Clydesdales are always a staple.
yeah, it's been 10 years since
Oh,
they really
man.
were.
Christmas Budweiser ads here is key.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Bud Light next here because I think it's their new
Don't know what-
product. It's their new product,
know.
and I think they're gonna hit the people with that first.
They're gonna fucking bam, 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 bam.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard about the halftime show?
Yay, not much, but I've heard what I've heard.
Dr.
Go
Dre,
ahead.
Snoop Dogg, all these big names, right?
Yeah.
Eminem and all them. Here's one for you. Does Snoop Dogg smoke weed on stage during the halftime show? Yes and no are both minus 115.
Hang on, where's the show? Vegas?
It's in LA.
LA, man.
Legal.
It's a yes all
It's
day
a
long.
yes all day.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't
it's-
illegal, I'd still probably go yes.
Yeah, I would probably all depends on where it's illegal.
Dude, he'd smoke that shit in church, man. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
man.
He
No,
wouldn't care.
truthfully, I'm going. That's why I first thing I thought of a state. Where is it legal? I'm at legal all day long.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
get yes there, right?
Going. He's definitely going.
It's interesting that they're both they're both 115, minus 115.
Yeah, it's very weird. I thought yes would be like minus 250.
Chad, what do you think? The Snoop Dogg smoke on stage or what?
Yeah, let us know.
I'm saying yeah. He smoked it. He performed in Wilmington. Or
He
wherever.
did. I saw him. That was actually the first date my wife and I went on. Second date. I was hammered. We were day drinking all day. I ate a bag of pizza rolls.
Oh, day drinking. You gotta love day drinking.
It's the- it's
hey,
the-
when
it's
you
the
get
best
older, it's the best. It's like it's what you do.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt as bad the next day.
Evan, what do you know about NFTs
NFTs
and
no.
cryptocurrency? Nothing.
Oh, not much. No.
All right. This
Don't-
one was more
very
for
little about
Daniel, but Dan's not in the chat.
Yeah, skip it.
Okay. Who's gonna be the MVP? We have Stafford is the favorite at plus 125. Joey Burrow is plus 235.
I'm going Joey Burrow because it's a Bengals win and it's him with the win, with the Bengals win.
Okay.
It has to be. That's
Yeah.
my eyes.
Who's your pick? You got Cooper Kupp plus 600, Jamar Chase plus 1,400, Joe Mixon plus 3,500. None of those are my pick. My pick just got said in the chat.
Well, what is it? Tell
My
me.
pick is Evan McPherson, the kicker for the Bengals,
Oh,
at plus 4,500.
A kicker winning the MVP?
Jesus, that's a long shot.
Yeah,
What is the odds of that?
Plus 4,500. 100 to win 45 grand.
the kicker? When has a kicker ever got MVP of a
Yeah.
Super Bowl?
No, 100 to win. Wait, no. 100 to win 4,500.
45.
sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, yeah, you need to put 1,000 down. on that.
Never. But the dude is just he hasn't missed. He has not missed. And I think if he hits
Hasn't missed.
if he hits 2 bombs and then the game winner, he'll get it.
Well, here's my thing.
You already did say it was a field goal win.
Yeah.
Well, that was what the Simpsons said. So, like,
Well, that's what every game is said.
well, in the playoffs, yeah. Well, my thing is like, it's like, what play schemes do you think they're gonna have to run? Because, like we've already talked about, the Bengals' offensive line is not the best. So it's like you gotta. I mean, that's a.
No, it's not. But they have so many weapons that that Joey can get rid of it and they
I
can
know.
do shit. And I think the Bengals' defensive line is very underrated. And they can do 3-4. They can do a 4-3. They can do all different schemes to throw. I mean, they shut down the Titans. They shut down Derrick Henry. They shut down King Henry.
Yeah. He's a little bit slower though when he came back.
But even
That's the
still,
only
he's,
thing.
he's still
Well, he
six,
came back
whatever,
pretty
and-
quick off injury, though. To be
Yeah.
fair,
And
he's
that's
not a
what I
small.
kinda-
He's not a small
But
man.
that backup they had was pretty damn good.
The
and big.
backup wasn't bad. I kind of like Joey Burrow. Like, if he's gonna win it, because here's the thing: if he throws Jamar Chase and Jamar Chase goes off, whatever, Joey Burrow still won the game, so they're gonna give it to him.
Yeah, that's my line of thinking pretty much too.
I
there
mean,
in that
yes.
sense.
Am I going to put $5 on McPherson? For sure.
Oh,
for sure.
100%. No, I wasn't, but I am now.
But but if I was to wager $100, yes, it would be Joey Burrow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the thing
man,
with prop bets,
that score 34-31. has to
Wait,
be
what
solid.
is Stafford at on MVP?
He's favored plus 125.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of. I don't know about the favorite on that. I don't.
Coin toss, heads or tails?
I've
Heads.
seen this. Tails.
Tails never fails, right?
Tails, I actually have the least amount of tosses, if I can remember. I seen the stats on this only the other day. I think it's in a. Oh, shit, I can't even search. What is the stats? There's stats I seen this the other day. I literally seen this the other day.
Of what? How many times it was heads or tails?
Tails majority.
Yeah. I think heads was.
Heads was.
Heads was majority.
I'm nearly sure. I can't remember. I can't.
I'll
look it up right now.
I would believe
Check it
that.
up there now.
So like I don't know, but so here's what me and
Because I seen it, and it wasn't much. It was 5 or something. I think there was 5 or 7 in the difference.
what Evan, man, we got a little thing over here, like me and the fellas do. If we ever trying to make a decision about going out of the bar or doing whatever, we always flip a coin. The coin leads the way, and I'm just saying. So like I said heads, and I don't know, man. I'm big on Burrow. For whatever reason, heads. To
All right,
me
here we
was
go.
Burrow.
I'm gonna name it in like going back in time, right? Last year, heads, tails, heads, tails, 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 heads.
What was it last year?
It was heads last year, tails the year before.
I'm going heads all day. All day.
Call him again. Quick.
So heads last year, tails the year before,
Yeah.
heads the one before that,
Yeah.
heads again, and then
Yeah.
tails.
That's so it's 3 heads, 2 tails.
That's right, in the last 5.
Tails. Full stop.
Tails. I'm tails too.
Telling you, boys. Play a lot of roulette.
All right, last one.
I love
The suit-
roulette.
I do too.
Whoever the MVP is, what will he mention first in his speech? His teammates at minus 115, God or Jesus plus 235, the city where he's from or that he plays for plus 400, his coach, the owner, which are both very high odds, and then family at plus 550.
I'm going family.
There you go. It all depends on who it is.
Exactly, but I just
If it's the Rams, it's definitely family. I don't think Joe Burrow does family. I think Joe Burrow does team.
Yeah, I think Joe Burrow's his team. I think Stafford's going to be his wife first.
I think Stafford does family. Yeah, wife.
Mhm.
Or-
damn.
yeah.
So I kind of just told my how I feel.
It's very.
I gotta take the
I-
Bengals. I gotta take the Bengals plus with the points. Then that's
Yeah.
what I gotta do.
And like I looked at all these props beforehand, but that did not dawn on me. It depends on. I mean, if it's Joey, it's the teammates. If it's Stafford, it's definitely his wife.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, you never know. But if Joe says mom or dad, that's family.
But
That's
it's
true.
going to be the teammates.
Because but what if I don't know his full like home life story. I don't know if his dad or whatever who was like his mentor. You never know with this shit. I'm just saying.
There was a photo that came out 2 weeks ago. That was very cool. After they clinched the AFC North. No, maybe either way. It was when Burrow smoked the cigar in the locker room when they clinched the
Yeah.
AFC North. And then there was a photo from the tailgate from the parking lot after, and it was Burrow's dad and Jamar Chase's dad both smoking cigars. I was like, yeah, that's pretty. And I mean, they've known each other since LSU.
I'm
so,
just saying. Like,
I don't know.
Are you going to say Joe Burrow's same family, but he's classing as the team as family?
No. I was saying if he thanked his mom or dad, that's family.
Yeah. Oh,
That-
100%.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so like that has to be. That's a possibility.
It's a 1-2. It just depends on who it is. Because if it's Stafford, it's wife first, and then teammates. If it's Burrow, I think it's teammates and then family.
All right. So quick update on the chat while you're making the decision. Zach said he got sacked 9 times.
Zach is from Cincinnati. He is a huge Bengals fan. Always has been.
He says it won't happen again.
Yeah.
Period. But I'll be honest with you though, if you get sacked 9 times in the Super Bowl, man, I'll put it this way. I don't know if you saw. Did you see the Bills game when the Bills defense blew it?
Yeah, I love Josh Allen. That's who I was rooting for when the Packers won.
Us too,
man. Like I wanted that.
He's a computer game.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, but he's a competitor though, man. He just he gets really into it, and that's what I enjoy that the most. Like when like nothing else matters in the world except for that play. That's that shit. I eat that up, man.
Yeah, I'll say though. I mean, I'm rooting for the Bengals. I really hope they win. If they don't, I'm not gonna be upset because Stafford certainly deserves it for the shit he's been through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see Joey Burrow.
What's the next prop?
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
That's all we got.
All right. Well,
there's big specials. There's yard specials. There's touchdown specials. But who do you think scores first touchdown?
Oh, that one's a toughie for me now, to be honest with you.
I almost have to go Cooper Kupp. He's minus 160 to score. That's stupid.
That's the obvious, though.
it is.
I don't think it's the obvious.
Yeah, I could almost see like Van
Why
Jefferson.
am I thinking a special team score?
Really? First touchdown?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or, like I said earlier, there's going to be a turnover. I could see a turnover happening.
Yeah.
A defensive score.
I feel that's why I'm struggling to think that. I don't know why I think special teams, but there's another option there. That's another thing that's in the head.
Yeah.
Which special teams? Or defense? Because it's one thing.
Right, I have to pick one thing, don't I? I'm going to say I can't pick a player, but I am going to go defense.
For which
like
team?
that.
Either team?
I'm going to go Rams defense.
Rams defense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what I just really feel like there's going to be a fumble or like some shit's going to happen.
Stupid's going to happen. The nerves are going to be there for Joey.
Yes.
It's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
As cool as Collecty is, I think the nerves are there. There's something on the ball going to drop.
Yeah. He's still human.
Someone's going to pick it up. Yeah, it's going to pick it up, and they're going to go down into the down. Boom.
Yeah. But then, you know what's funny about that, though? So that happens to him, though. All they really did was set off his, they set his fire, right? If they came out. Well, think about it. What I'm seeing in my head is like that. What's that? The lineman, the defensive lineman?
Aaron Donald.
Yeah. So he comes out, makes a big play, or somebody makes a play, and they're all hyped up, and they do it. That's when they get burnt, is because they're feeling it, and then you get a little lax, and then pow, just like that. Like
it's already we have them. We've got the touchdown. It's over, and then all of a sudden, for the fourth. And I think something similar like that will happen. And then what will happen is, come the third quarter, they'll start to come back into it, but they might not just make it. They might make it ahead, and then your field goal then comes in to play them.
Yeah.
And the bagel, boom, field goal, then win.
Yeah. I will say the one anytime touchdown prop that I'm going to hammer town is Perrine, the backup running back for the Bengals.
Oh, hey, yeah.
He was the one that caught the 41-yard screen pass touchdown in the AFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
He's plus 350 anytime touchdown.
Hey, you ought to look up. Hopefully that's on YouTube. But that was an awesome touchdown because speaking of not giving up, not quitting, that dude power drive this fucking safety or whoever it was.
Jamar Chase blocking downfield is like
dude, it was to me what that showed. To me what that showed, that play, specifically that play, was that the Bengals have heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do.
Like
they
the Rams
definitely have hearts.
The Rams were a lot of people that got brought in. Like the Bengals are just like they're a group that are doing it, and it's kind of like what's his face? Somebody compared. I think Terry Bradshaw or somebody compared him to the Giants when they beat Brady the first time.
Yeah.
When Strahan was like, Strahan thought he was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not going to do that. Hey, have you seen what's the Tom Brady shit?
Man in the
Have you seen Man of the Arena?
yeah, it's on ESPN Plus. Tom Brady documentary.
I recommend it highly, man. It's about all Tom
I'll
Brady's Super
find,
Bowls.
I'll find it. Like I'll be able to get it somehow, but I'll find it. Yeah, what's
Yeah.
it called?
Man in the Arena. It's on ESPN Plus. It's a documentary series.
Yeah, it's on ESPN Plus. But dude, it's all about it's every trip Tom Brady made to the Super Bowl, and they and they discuss every trip he made and the season that it went down. But that one when he lost to the Giants that first time,
06.
like yeah, it was 07.
It's amazing where he came from. Like,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
it's ridiculous, and I know it's been shown over and over and over again. But like, he was the skinny, slow guy.
Yeah, he was the shit guy. Yeah.
Hey,
He really was. Like, there was no ifs, buts, and maybes about it. He was the skinny, slow guy. You're like, what? And now look at him. Like, man, it proves shit can. If you get your shit together, no matter who you are, you can do something.
yeah, or at any time. You know
led
what I
the
mean?
league in yards and touchdowns at 44 years old.
Yeah,
Like,
he could have came
ridiculous,
back.
like.
He could have came back next year.
And he might to the Niners. Keep an eye out.
oh, you'll probably be jammy enough to get Aaron Rodgers. Is a fucking bastard.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. We had no business beating you guys. No business. No business.
Or beating Dallas Cowboys.
Our
Either.
guy Zach,
But
Bengals
if Rodgers is to go anywhere though, I think he would look to go there.
that's where he's from.
I think
Yeah.
he would.
We'll see.
I think if he doesn't leave, I genuinely, in my feel, he either goes there or he stays. I don't think he's going anywhere else.
I think he's leaving there though. I think he's done there.
I have a
his
feeling
MVP
he's leaving. I
speech,
have a feeling he's going there. Yeah, I do.
he sounded like he was leaving last night.
yeah.
But our Bengals guy, Zach, he thinks Tyler Boyd's going to get the first one.
Actually, I'm hoping the Bengals win for one other reason as well. A good friend of mine, he was actually on telly there. So I don't know, it's some news channel over there in the States. He's actually he runs the Bengals supporters group here in Ireland.
Oh, no
Oh,
And
shit.
the asking is, I don't think there's that many of them. Unfortunately, Aunt, though, I'm sorry, I love you. He knows I love him. He knows I love him, but I don't know how many of them there is.
What's the most popular team over there?
Patriots.
Yeah, because of Brady?
Probably, probably because of Brady. Packers is quite big enough. Then my next one that I would have seen would be the Giants, New York Giants.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, see, it is in the sense of that would be more kind of people. You nearly see everybody wearing Raiders gear because Raiders gear is black and white, and it's not that they support them; it's sold in all the sports shops because of the color, and it looks cool.
Yeah,
shit.
that's funny.
Like
Wow.
there's the amount of people I realize I actually stopped asking people when I see them with American football hats. I used to ask them, yeah. I thought like, I'd normally slag someone if they were the Bears fans or something like that. You know what I mean, taking
Yeah.
it, a lot of people, I had to stop doing it because people were looking at me going, "What?
Yeah.
Oh no, I got this hat off my niece. I got this hat off my son." It's like, fair enough.
Well, man, that is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, man.
We hope you stay healthy, have a great season. I can't wait to see the results for next weekend.
Same to you guys, like man, and thanks for having me on. Like it's fucking brilliant. Like, and I'd love to
Hey.
get on again for the chat.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
great.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
We'll
No, we're-
definitely have you back.
great,
We're def-
like,
We're definitely gonna have you back on, like
And we have to discuss our
Sooner than later.
Gatorade bath bets. Serious.
it's gonna be good crack. Like man, I will.
Hey, what is
And,
that you're drinking there?
It's just, Whiplash now. There we go.
Open
Yeah.
eye signal whiplash.
I
Is that
like-
from over there?
Yeah, it's where we were. It's a double IPA.
Like, who's that
And-
person on it?
Here we go. There's the
I love
ingredients.
IPAs.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What percentage are we at? Actually, this isn't too bad. Oh, hang on. This is 8.2.
Holy shit! Wow, the number one beer in our town is called Tropical Lightning by Wilmington Brewing Company.
Yeah.
And they're 7.5. You have a couple of those. You're
What
feeling.
are these? These were only 4.5.
Is that the New England one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the American one's buzzy, of course.
These are, no, there's some great New England IPAs at around 7.4. A friend of mine, Rick, actually works for Facebook. He's actually from Maine. I think I was saying to you there.
yeah.
A friend of mine.
Yeah.
He's from Maine. He has his own bar there in his house there, and he's actually after linking in with a new brewery himself. He was with another guy, so he has one at 3.8 I think percent, and then he has the other one that's at like 7.2, and they're both New England IPAs.
That's a hell of a gap.
Oh man,
3.8 to 7.2. Shit.
but it's great crack, like.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, brother. Well, man, we will catch you
cheers.
again. We'll get you back on. Stay healthy. Good luck. All of it. Thank you again for coming on, man. This is awesome.
Thank you guys for having me on. It was great being on, having a chat with you. So it's great
Yeah,
crack.
man. Yeah,
All right,
man.
brother. We'll catch you next time.
Hey, enjoy the Super Bowl, brother.
Same to you guys. And sure with Chana anyway. We'll be talking after.
All right. Yes,
Cheers.
sir. Cheers.
Hey guys, cheers, guys.
See ya. That was awesome.
Well, that was cool. As fuck.